Donald Trump says the US is close to finalising several trade deals and will notify other countries of their higher rates by his July 9th deadline. But it seems there will be a delay in the new duties taking effect. The US president spoke to reporters Sunday, with Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick then jumping in to clarify the key date.
There are going to be tariffs, the tariffs are going to be the tariffs. I think we'll have most countries done by July 9th, yeah. Either a letter or a deal.
But they go into effect on August 1st. The tariffs go into effect August 1st, but the president is setting the rates and the deals right now.
In a later social media post, Trump said Washington would start delivering the tariff notification letters from Monday. Subsequently, he also rolled out a whole new policy, saying countries that aligned themselves with the BRICS group of developing nations, founded by Brazil, Russia, India and China, would be hit with an extra 10% levy. It wasn't immediately clear how that would affect ongoing talks. Only recently, Trump himself had mentioned India as among the nations likely to get a deal. On Sunday, one Indian news channel said the two sides were expected to make a decision on a mini-trade pact within the next 24 to 48 hours. Speaking on CNN earlier in the day, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said several big trade agreements would soon be announced. He said that talks with the EU, for one, had made big progress. Meanwhile, White House economic advisor Kevin Hassett told CBS that there could be wiggle room for countries engaged in earnest negotiations. He said things could push back past the deadline, but Trump would decide.
US President Donald Trump had a biting response Sunday to billionaire Elon Musk's move to start a new US political party.
I think it's ridiculous to start a third party. We have a tremendous success with the Republican Party. The Democrats have lost their way, but it's always been a two-party system. So he can have fun with it, but I think it's ridiculous.
It's the latest in the widening rift between the world's most powerful man and its richest that began last month, when Musk started attacking the item at the top of Trump's legislative agenda, a sweeping tax cut and spending bill. That bill was signed into law on Independence Day.
Take over, Elon, just take over.
Musk spent millions of dollars underwriting Trump's 2024 re-election effort and had spearheaded the downsizing agency DOGE, but stepped back in May. Around that time, he said Trump's bill would bankrupt the country and called it a disgusting abomination. Critics say the bill will significantly add to the US debt load and damage the US economy. As their feud escalated, the president threatened to pull billions of dollars that Tesla and SpaceX receive in government contracts and subsidies. There were signs in mid-June Musk was trying to repair his relationship with Trump. Musk posted on X that he had gone too far. But last week, Musk began criticizing Trump's bill again and vowed that in next year's midterms, he would unseat lawmakers who supported it. Then on Saturday, he said he would establish the America Party. A day later, Trump posted that he was saddened to watch Musk go completely off the rails and be a train wreck the past 5 weeks. Meanwhile, investment firm Azoria Partners said on Saturday it will postpone the listing of Tesla ETF, which was set to launch this week. It raised concerns Musk creating a political party posed a conflict with his full-time responsibilities as Tesla CEO. Azoria CEO James Fishback also reiterated his own support for Trump on social media and encouraged the Tesla board to meet immediately to ask Elon to, quote, clarify his political ambitions.
The Dalai Lama marked his 90th birthday with supporters from around the world on Sunday after earlier countering China's insistence that it will choose his successor. The Nobel laureate is among the world's most influential religious leaders, with a following that extends well beyond Buddhism. But Beijing calls him a separatist and has sought to bring the faith under its control. The Dalai Lama spoke on Sunday at a temple in the small Indian hill town of Dharamshala, where he lives. As a follower of the Buddha and as a monk, to serve people and to serve the teaching of the Buddha are my main practices, he said. He was flanked on the stage by Western diplomats, Indian officials, and a monk who's expected to lead the search for his successor, as well as Hollywood star Richard Gere, who said the Dalai Lama belongs to the world.
We've never seen someone like this, who totally embodies selflessness, complete love and compassion and wisdom.
Several leaders and officials across the globe also sent their greetings, including former US Presidents Barack Obama, George W. Bush, and Bill Clinton, whose video messages were played during the event. The 14th Dalai Lama, along with hundreds of thousands of Tibetans, took shelter in India after fleeing their native Tibet in 1959 in the wake of a failed uprising against Chinese rule. He has since advocated for a peaceful middle way to seek autonomy and religious freedom for the Tibetan people. Last week, the Dalai Lama said a non-profit institution he has set up will have the sole authority to identify his reincarnation as the next leader. He also said that person would be born outside China. Beijing says it has to approve the Dalai Lama's successor through a centuries-old ritual done in China.
A South Korean court will hold a hearing on Wednesday to review a request by special prosecutors to detain former President Yoon Suk-yeol. That is according to a court official on Monday. The special counsel team investigating Yoon's martial law declaration in December filed a request to detain him over alleged abuse of power and obstruction of justice. Yoon has been accused of using presidential guards to prevent his arrest in January. He was eventually taken into custody, but released from jail after 52 days on technical grounds. Special prosecutors who began their investigation after Lee Jae-myung became president in June are pursuing more charges against Yoon. The former president is fighting the charges that include masterminding insurrection, which is punishable by death or life in prison. The detention warrant was requested due to concerns that Yoon might flee or interfere with witnesses. According to local media, citing a special prosecutor's request, Yoon and his lawyers have rejected the allegations against him.